Welcome to the Vigorous Q&A. I'm Coach Steve, here to answer all your bodybuilding related questions. Today's question is from Chaz Ellie. Hey Steve, building off your video on DHEA and Pregnenolone during cruising, do you think a regimen of one or both could replace your testosterone blaze on a blast cycle? For instance, instead of TRT and trenbolone during a big cut, could you instead just use Tren and take the oral DHEA and Pregnenolone to take care of a healthy hormone balance, since natural hormones are being skewed when you're on cycle? Alright, so DHEA and Pregnenolone instead of a TRT dose of testosterone while using Tren. I'm not for a TRT dose of testosterone while doing Tren. It's what the forums like to recommend, and those guys have no face. They don't even exist. It's just a blank post or a close-up of a body part that probably didn't belong to them. Don't listen to those guys. If you want to make progress, decent amount of test and a low-dose Tren. And you run Tren for a short amount of time when you're already lean. You don't run it to get lean. You run it when you are already lean. All right. In order to replace it, no, I don't think DHEA and Pregnenolone will be a replacement for testosterone, because you don't get to choose what it converts into. So your HPTA is shut down because you're on steroids. You take the testosterone out. Let's say you take DHEA and Pregnenolone. A decent amount of that is going to convert into testosterone, which then converts into estrogen. Or it's going to convert directly into estrogen, or it gets bound with sulfate and turn into DHEA sulfate. It's like a buffer, same as testosterone bound to sexual hormone globulin or albumin. It's like a natural ester, basically. So you don't get to choose what it converts into, whether that's subject to the aromatase enzyme or the 5-alpha reductase enzyme or the 17-beta enzyme. It's you don't get to choose. So if you want to maintain a hormone balance, you're probably better off just doing hormone replacement, like 1 milligram per pound of body weight of testosterone with DHEA and with Pregnenolone, and then add things on top, or increase your testosterone level and then add stuff on top. I mean, I'm really a big fan of doing low test and then a gazillion milligrams of trenbolone on top. You're going to go mental, and nobody will want to be around you. So I think I don't think it's a suitable replacement unless you're like pretty old and your natural hormone production is already downregulated. That's where most of the people that really notice a benefit from is they're like over 60. The elderly people, they notice that cognition effect from Pregnenolone is because they don't produce any hormones by themselves, or very low amounts, and then a little bit of Pregnenolone and a little bit of DHEA will actually maintain healthy hormone balance for their age, and increase their cognition and memory, and overall sense of well-being, and they don't require that much testosterone to keep going, even though they might be better off with a little bit of testosterone as well. So, as a young lad that is looking to get shredded, if you have to run Tren, you have to run Tren, but I don't think you should do it with DHEA and Pregnenolone. Just do it with Test and Tren, or maybe Masterone, to keep the water and get that extra polish. You might be able to use Masterone as an as an aromatase inhibitor, because if you're on TRT tests, you shouldn't get that much estrogen conversion. If you want a little bit of well-being on top, ashwagandha, 5-HTP, phenibut, GABA, melatonin, that should improve your mood a little bit more than DHEA and Pregnenolone when you're running Tren. I mean, it will increase your well-being, but you probably can't offset, the doomy and gloomy feeling that you get from trenbolone. All right, I hope that sums it up. I hope that answers your question. If anybody else has a question, you can ask me on the next Vigorous Q&A at the end of the month. If you have a pressing question, look into the PPQ service or the private Facebook group, where you can ask questions every day, and I got a lot of articles for you to read and learn from. Coaching and consultation is always available. You can find all the details and the rates and the services in the description field. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.